he just hates small streamers, dude. He fucking hates them. He hates juicers. He's really the biggest man-child I've ever fucking seen in my life. Like, you could just tell that he's such a fucking whiny bitch. He probably was like a hall monitor when he was in school. Literally. He was the hall monitor. Teacher's pet, fucking little suck-ass, fucking kiss-up, fucking hall monitor.
Today, we are going to be talking about being a fake and being a liar online. And this is actually kind of a follow-up video to a video I've made previously, which was called Entitled TTVs Form a Bully Squad. And I'll leave a link to that in the description if you want to catch up on it ahead of watching this one, or you can click this card up here and that will take you to the video as well. And I would recommend you go and watch that because basically this video here is going to be about the second person who I featured in that video. Because that second person took great offense to being in that video and to everything that I said about them, which led to a lot of interesting comments about me and interesting actions on her part. But before we get into all of that, please remember, if you like this video, to leave a like and to subscribe to help me hit 25,000 before the end of the year. I would really appreciate the support on the channel if you are enjoying the content. But without much further ado, let's get into it. So following me releasing that video, I received a comment on a completely different video of mine, which was from this person, and she basically demanded that I take the VOD down and threatened to go to YouTube and report the video if I did not follow her instructions. Kind of sounds like a weird ransom note now that I say it out loud, doesn't it? And following this, I even had her cousin, or somebody who claimed to be her cousin, come into my stream while I was live and try and fight her corner and say that this person is actually a really lovely person and that I am completely in the wrong for everything that I said. And she also herself said more in that initial comment which she left and the interaction which I had with her in that comment thread, but we'll get onto that a little bit later. Now following this, she then went live with a stream entitled Aaron Duke Exposed and Juiced. Interesting choice of words. And it was while she was live that somebody actually told me about her stream, which is how I managed to find it myself. Now in this stream, she spoke for over 3 hours. And don't worry, I'm not going to be posting my own reaction to it because that would be like 17 hours long at this point. You're safe, don't worry. And in that stream, she insulted me, she insulted my community, she called me a liar based off everything I said in my video, amongst many, many other things. Now, I have to admit, most of these insults were pretty goofy. There were things like this. Throughout the game as well, they accused this Michaela of playing for hacks.
Michaela, it's not Michaela, it's Michaela.
Oh, you're right. I'm so sorry. Was it Michaela? Am I getting it right now? I apologize.
Oh my god, I'm got so many subscribers. I can do what I want. Oh, I'm Aaron Duke. Yeah. What you need to do is pay your fucking heating bill so you ain't got to sit there in your fucking winter attire indoors. Oh, there's a concept. Oh, oops, was that fucking toxic?
Listen, I live in the UK. It's friggin' cold and shit's expensive. All right? So, fucking... What now?
What the fuck is wrong with you? You ain't got shit. Okay? You ain't shit. Aaron Duke, you're a fucking liar and you have got no skill for content. Little dick syndrome is screaming so fucking hard. It's like, my ears hurt. Like, get a fucking grip. You ain't fucking goddamn Sherlock Holmes. You ain't fucking goddamn Oprah Winfrey. You ain't goddamn Maury. Well, you know, Dr. Phil, like, you're not. And you definitely ain't Spookin' Jukes, and you definitely fucking ain't XQC, and you definitely ain't fucking Rapid Main, okay? You definitely ain't any of them motherfuckers.
I've never had somebody compare me to XQC, or Rapid Main, or Oprah, or Dr. Phil, or Maury. Spookin' Jukes is a common one though. Yeah, so I guess there's that. Well, there goes my dreams of winning the best Dr. Phil lookalike contest, I guess. There's also something which she gets really stuck on, and that's in regards to the Myers that she went up against in the second game, who was called Massive Shithead, and I made a joke at that. I'm going to show you the clip from my video just for context. Now, for context, the killer's name is Mighty Shatheed. So they go into the endgame chat, and the earlier TTV puts, Myers, you are a little thick, my guy. And this TTV we're watching now puts, your name is correct.
His name's Mighty Shithead.
It's Shatheed. And this is what she says about it.
That's bullshit. He's lying. How does he know how that guy pronounces his name? Unless he talked to him. Exactly. So they are in on it. He f***ing was salty about some shit, so he f***ing told him to make a fucking VOD. My point, how do you know how this motherfucker pronounces his name? It literally was spelt mighty shit head. Exactly how it sounds. And you're trying to tell me it's pronounced Shathid? Bullshit. You're such a fucking liar, dude. Like, come on now. Does anybody believe that? Anybody at all? No. The killer purposely made his name that so that way we would say something about it and then they could laugh about it and make whatever the fuck, make us look like assholes.
It always sucks when you have to explain your jokes, but for context, here's the original.
Okay, class, let's take roll. Shithead? It's Shathid!
This obsession with the Shathid thing forms the majority of her insistence that I'm a liar and that I was actually in cahoots with this Myers and basically orchestrated the whole event to create content about her, like a little conspiracy theory. At one point, she even says that I was the Myers and that I had changed my name to Massive Shithead to lure her into a trap so that I could make content about her. It's a Vine. Now, obviously, these are all pretty goofy, pretty funny, and you know what? On the whole, they can all be ignored. They're just kind of ridiculous accusations and attempts at insults, and it was all just kind of, it made me laugh more than anything else. But in amongst all of that, there were actually some pretty serious accusations that she was throwing around about me as well. Now, I want to preface this by playing you a clip of what she says about dragging people's name through dirt.
But it ain't legal to make up shit about people and fucking slander, drag their name in the dirt, dude. And I ain't even putting a bad rep on you. I'm just telling everybody the truth about you.
She seems to feel very strongly about not slandering people, not making up lies about people, and seems pretty confident that she is not saying anything negative about me. She's not putting a bad rep on me. She's only telling people the facts. Okay, well, how do you explain these then?
And your beanie, quit trying to lie. You ain't supporting shit. Once again, you're just a fucking, oh, I'm gonna fucking do whatever and appear like whatever so that people, I look like I stand for something and I'm for the community and I'm supportive and whatever. Be you. Why can't you be you? Why do you gotta be fake, Aaron? You're a fucking fake, dude. He don't give a fuck about the community. He don't give a fuck about gay rights. He don't give a fuck about trans rights. He don't give a fuck about any of that. He's just fucking faking it till he makes it. He's trying to be whoever he thinks wants him to be. He trying to act like he supports this and supports that and trying to help us out. Bitch, you're fake as fuck. We don't need people like this in the community, mainly, is what I'm saying. So he's the problem. He's enabling this shit. He's enabling the name calling and bullies, and he's basically a stream to bully people. That's all it is. That's all I see is a bunch of bullying. I don't see any kind of benefit to anything he's pointing out other than to harass somebody. A cyber bully. And I hate to say it, but you are the reason why anybody would ever, you know how you hear those stories about somebody killing themselves or whatever because of being harassed online or bullied online? That shit happens, dude. That happens way too often. And it's because motherfuckers like that make it hard for motherfuckers to feel comfortable on the internet, because those motherfuckers right there, okay?
That isn't dragging my name through the dirt. That isn't putting or attempting to put a bad reputation on my character. That's not making serious accusations about my stream and me as a person. Interesting what your analogy is of that kind of thing, especially when it seems to be one rule for you and one rule for another. Because something I try and do is make sure that everything I say about a person is based on an action of theirs. And I present evidence whenever I say anything about them. So where's your evidence? If you can provide me evidence of all of those things which you try to accuse me of, then fair enough. But I guarantee you won't find any. And as for being a cyberbully and promoting and sending harassment, which is something you and the people around you seem to constantly accuse me of doing, I block your name. I made you completely anonymous. I was going out of my way to delete your name in comments and to make sure that nobody would know it was you. But according to you, this isn't enough.
He leaves you anonymous, but he leaves just enough little clues to where it ain't hard for somebody to figure it out. Yeah, it wasn't that hard. I mean, you see my headphones and his little thing that he attempted to blur. It ain't that hard to figure out. Anybody that plays DVD has more than likely seen one of my streams, or at least came across in some sort of way. So, of course, they're going to see and recognize little attributes or little things, that is on there that they're like, oh my god, this looks like so and so. Oh, it is. Oh, ain't that fucking hard, dude.
But the funny thing about that is that somebody from your community came into your stream whilst you were going through my video and said, hey, Queen, I'm tired as shit. I didn't even know it was you in the video. Sorry, you gotta deal with all that. Love you most. So if somebody in your community didn't even recognize you in this video, then from my standpoint, I must have done a pretty okay job. And let's talk about being a fake, a liar, something which you accused me of a lot. Now, I mentioned earlier in this video that the initial comment that this person left on my channel basically told me to take the VOD down. And what I didn't tell you was that it also accused me of making fun of her disability. The disability in question was Tourette's. Now, this comment has since been deleted off my channel. I can only assume it was her who deleted it. But YouTube has this great thing called notifications. And if I look at my notifications, I can see like a brief snapshot of the start of comments and replies that people leave on my videos. And I managed to screenshot the start of the comment that you tried to delete, which says, I have Tourette's and he is making fun of my disability. I don't find it funny to label me and discriminate against me since a disability. Now, I replied to this something to the extent of, I didn't even know you had a disability, so I didn't even mention it, let alone make fun of it, which is something I maintain. If you look through the initial video, and you can go and look through it now if you want, there is no mention anywhere from me of a disability of hers. And then I think I rounded out the comment saying something like, it was your behavior that I was calling out and nothing else, to which she replied, my behavior is called a disability. So effectively, she doubled down on saying that she had this disability and in a public forum tried to make out that I was making fun of her for having it. Now, following all of this, she then left another comment on the same video and we had a bit more of a conversation about other things, which ended with her saying that she had a confession and that she wanted to message me privately. So I said, hey, message me on Twitch. You've always been welcome to. And this was the message that I received. The first one said, okay, so I am actually not mad about your VOD. I am mad that my name is not at least in the description or some kind of credit. Mainly, I think that's it. Also, how come none of my Bubba VODs are in your content? My killer is way more toxic and cringe than my Swift. LMFAO just saying. Also, in my defense, I play the way I play because I've been playing for so long, as you know. I have seen it all, and it's not a big deal to me to cuss someone out or snitch on randoms. It just seems normal to me, and then I think the ending was meant to be, if that makes sense. To me, that message was kind of confusing. You know, one, you're making it out like I should delete the VOD and that I'm a horrible person for ever making it, but you want credit for the VOD, okay? And second off, you're trying to make it seem like it's a fair excuse for your behavior because of how long you've been playing for, which to me, like, if you've been playing the game for a long time, why would you not want to see the best for the game? Why would you contribute to that negative atmosphere that is so rampant in the game right now? Doesn't really make sense to me. But it was the second message that was the kicker of all of this. Also, I don't have Tourette's, LMFAO, just PTSD and ADHD, LMFAO. Now, for those of you who are not well versed in internet slang, just, you know, for the full context, LMFAO stands for laughing my fucking ass off. So basically, not only did this person try in a public forum to make out like I was making fun of her and discriminating against her for having a disability, that disability being Tourette's, but she also faked having said disability. And it's the LMFAO for me. Like, it's funny that she was lying. Like, it was funny that she had made that whole thing up. And now that she was admitting to it, it was like, guess what I did? I made up that I had a disability. This is fucking disgusting. That's the only sense of the word. The amount of disrespect you must have to fake having a disability that people actually suffer with. Something that actually negatively impacts a lot of people's lives on a daily basis. Personally, I actually follow people who have Tourette's. I watch Sweet Anita on Twitch, Trippy Hippie on YouTube and TikTok, Uncle Tix on TikTok. And I've always been interested in Tourette's, and I've always tried to learn a lot about it to learn what people go through. And it's a scary thing to have. You know, like, I think a lot of people just think, oh, you just say swear words or random words at random intervals a lot. But there is much more to it that can put people in life-threatening situations. It can stop people being able to live their lives just normally or comfortably. Like, it is not something that should be joked about or faked. And for this person to then sit there in their stream and try and call me a liar and me a fake after all of this. And by the way, talking to you directly, the streamer, you can try and call me a fake if you want. You can try and say that I'm lying about all of this, but I have the screenshots. And if you really want to get into it, I'll release them. Because this behavior is disgusting. And there are only two reasons why I'm still keeping your identity anonymous. One is because you seem to want me to reveal your identity at this point, and I'm not going to give you that satisfaction unless I absolutely have to. And two, because that's not what this channel is about, and I'm not going to let you change what this channel is about. This channel is about calling out behavior. It's about making Dead by Daylight and the community a nicer place to be. And that's what it will always be. And no one's going to change that. I'm not going to let it happen. But seeing as you want to say some pretty horrible things about my character and try and make up some pretty serious lies about me, just know I have these screenshots. And if push comes to shove, I will release them. Now, going back to the stream that she did, that 3-hour-long stream all about me, this is how she ended it.
But shit, I will definitely not shut the fuck up until this little bitch takes my shit. Till he either gives me credit or takes my shit off. One or the other. Don't care.
Neither of those is happening. Your behavior is despicable, and to be honest, off the back of it, you've only shown more of your nasty side. Despite, by the way, you yourself saying this.
Like, seriously. I am the nicest, sweetest person ever.
And as for credit, which you have asked for a few times, I'm keeping that previous video and this video completely anonymous for the reasons I've already said. Now, if you would like to leave a comment and have this behavior attached to your name, you're more than welcome to. I'm not going to stop you doing that, and I've never stopped anybody doing that. But just know that's your choice, not mine. Anyways, I am off to monitor some more hauls in Dead by Daylight, so remember to like and subscribe, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. Go out there and stay positive, and I will see you in the next one. Bye for now.
So let me break it all down for you. I ain't never giving up, I ain't never giving up. Taking that crown from you.
By the way, if anybody knows like where to get an actual hall monitor badge, please let me know, because this is literally a birthday badge painted over, and then I've written DBD hall monitor on it. So if anybody knows where I can get like a more professional looking one, please let me know in the comments. That would be really helpful. Bye bye.